Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Programming with Gautam. As in the previous video, you have seen about data types and I have explained you about each and every data type, that is numeric, dictionary, boolean, set and sequence type. And today in this video, I will be showing you how you can declare them in a Python file. So let's get started. So I'm first showing you by declaring a integer variable. Hashtag. So I'm simply taking x is equal to 10. So you can see guys, x is already declared. I'm also printing the type of x to show you what will be the type. Then y is equal to 10.5. Y, comma. So now this is the integer and this is the float. Then comes the complex numbers. So in this, I've shown you how to declare an integer, how to declare a float, and how to declare a complex number. So now I'll show you by running this particular program. Run. See guys, first I took x is equal to 10 and printed x and type of x. So it has automatically taken x as int class. It has printed 10 and it is showing the type of x as class int. And y is equal to 10.5. I printed y and type of y. So 10.5 and then class of float. Then a is equal to 3 plus 6j. 3 plus 6j is nothing but a complex number. So it has printed that complex number in brackets and printed the class of it as complex. So I'm commenting this guys so that I can show you the rest of the data types. Next data type is about dictionary, how to declare a dictionary and how to print it. As I've told you guys, key can be anything, the value can be anything. Also, I'm uncommenting this so that I can show you in all those in dictionary, how can we declare in dictionary as well. As I told you, the key should always be in string, so I have declared in the double quotes. You can also use single quotes there, that's not a problem. I'll also show you with single quotes here. So instead of taking a value there, I have taken x there so that I can show you how it with different types of the data types there as well in a dictionary. The key also can be anything guys, it can be Z, it can be A, it can be B, it can be C, anything. Just to show you, I've taken this. To print the dictionary, we have to I'll take this value or something different guys, otherwise it will clash with the integer variable. I'll take that as dict. So guys, I'm printing the dict here. after that, to print the particular value from the dict, I'll take the command, write the command as print dict of, in square brackets guys, key 2. We'll call the key 2. Okay, I think I did a mistake here. I'll remove this thing. Yeah, that's fine guys. So instead of printing key 2, we can also print anything here, like A or key 1, etc, etc. You can print anything guys, but I'll show you. So these three are the outputs that I've already shown you. When I printed the dict, it printed the complete dictionary in the same format that I've written here. When I printed key 2, it printed only y here. Y is 10.15, so you can see here. And when I printed A, it took the value of 3 plus 6j and printed here. And when I printed key 1, it printed 10 here. So this is how we declare a dictionary and use it guys. Now I'll be showing you the rest of the data types guys. So bool is that you already know, that true and false, so I need not show you that thing. So now guys, I'll be showing you about the set. As you already know that the set is an unordered collection of data type, and that is iterable, mutable, and has no duplicate elements. Set does not contain any duplicate elements. So let me show you. Set 1. For declaring a set, we use the flower brackets. 10, 4, 4, 4, 4, 3, 10, so on guys, you can take anything. Also, when I print the set, all the duplicate values will be eliminated, and the sequence will not be the same as we have given here. See guys, we have given it 10, 4, 4, 4, 32 to the 3,43,456, 10, 6,564, etc, etc. But you can see guys, I have given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 values, but I got only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So since 4 was repeated thrice, 2 times it eliminated it, and since 10 was repeated twice, once it eliminated it. So 11 minus 3, 8. It has given the correct output. So that's it for the day guys. Hope you have liked the video. If you like it, like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel Programming with Gautam. Also, don't forget to press the bell icon to be notified on every update from Programming with Gautam. Thank you.